Yes, sir. Getting the win in my UFC debut at the biggest show in this year. It's mind-blowing. I can't even put the words to describe how I feel. I love it. I love it. I just know that anyone that's in the pocket with me is going down, and he started to throw, so I knew it was my chance, and I just let him go. Feels like I won double. I won now, and it makes up for the Contender Series fight. I think I proved them all wrong, but honestly, I wasn't even going out to prove anything. I was just going out there to fight and going out there to win. That's the two main things I want to do. Oh, honestly, it was crazier than I thought. Geez, I could barely control myself, like I told Joe. It was wild, man. Definitely, I still had the fire the whole two camps, but towards the end of this one, I could definitely feel my body slowing down. I didn't want to be in the gym anymore. I was tired of it. I was kind of just over it, and I just wanted to fight. So I'm going to take a little bit of a rest, and after that, get back in the gym. Thank you so much, everybody in Hawaii, everybody in Waverly, Iowa, at Wartburg College. Anywhere else I'm missing, I'm sorry, but I love you guys as well.
It was nice to let it go. It was nice to come in here and just have a good time, end off this year this way. It's been a crazy year. I moved to Las Vegas, fought for a title. Like so many new things have happened this year. Like, holy crap, 2019, I'm ready to put you away. I'm ready for 2020. Yeah, Vivian was exactly what I expected. And it was actually the exact same thing that we had planned for. She'd come out really hard in the first 2 minutes and then start to gas. I think something I need to really work on is really putting the pedal down. I never leave a fight feeling like, oh man, I'm fully exhausted. And we keep talking about this. Like, I need to really, throw the clutch into sixth gear and just go. So that's something I still see that I need to make changes with, but I feel like I really showcase how good my kickboxing is, as well as my movement and my takedown defense and my ability to get up off these takedowns. So I think, again, I showcased a lot of things. I wanted to show some more, and Vivian brought every bit of her A game. I just had the A+ game. Yeah, I think sometimes people seem to forget that I've only lost twice at 125 ever in my entire career. And, I think that does speak for value in some other way. But you know how these MMA fans are, and sometimes the media is. I just have to keep doing the right thing, getting the wins, and, eventually people will be believers.
I feel a lot of peace in my heart, because you say that the last year UFC released me to the company. That moment was really, really hard, really bad for my life, for my family. A lot of problems coming with that releases. But I be really smart in my life. I continue my way. I'm here again. I think in my heart, this is my official return to the company. I'm really happy. My last fight in UFC was a draw. Was like not really sweet, but now I feel amazing. I think I prove I'm a real MMA fighter. I'm real in this sport. When I lost my 2 fights in UFC, the people start to tag, like, hey, this guy's not really good. This guy had really good luck in his last fights. But I think I'm a really MMA fighter, and I proved tonight. Yeah, I know the next year will be really, really hard, because right now I'm the number 5 in the rankings, in the flyweight rankings. I don't know, maybe the top 5 for me. I don't know. I just know the next year will be really hard, but I'll be ready, I promise.
I think a lot of people overlook me because of my age and because I look like, a tech support guy, or like maybe like a tutor or something for math class. But, I can get in there and I can fight. I can take some hits, but I'll still keep pushing forward and go for the finish. I was super excited for this fight, and like on the walk out, I couldn't stop smiling, and I had a great time this whole week, and this is a nice little cherry on top. Honestly, everything's smaller than I expected it to be. In your head, you make everything bigger, like all these dudes. I thought Max Holloway was going to be like 7 feet tall, I thought Volkanovski was going to be like 260. But, when you get here, it like gets more real, and yeah, I'm having a great time with it. I think people shouldn't be questioning my durability if they saw my contender fight. I went a full 5 minutes to getting pieced up, and then came back and did the opposite to my guy. And, I think this was a little sliver of that. It kind of shows that I'm getting a lot better. And I'm getting more focused on what I need to do as a fighter to get the finishes that people want to see. Yeah, so I had the back, I had the choke. He started gurgling a little bit, but I felt like he started to slip out. I wasn't able to finish that. It was close, but it wasn't quite there, so I slipped into the mount. I went for more of a mounted triangle, so it'd be harder for him to like bridge and get out. And then I started gashing him up. I saw with the first elbow, it like split him open. I was pretty surprised because I've never really cut anybody before. And yeah, it was a great feeling. I kind of knew once I got him there that it'd be real hard for him to slip out, especially because he wasn't super sweaty or anything. And yeah, just finished him from there.
Definitely, she was the toughest opponent that I have ever had. She's a number 2 ranker in the division. She was supposed to go for the belt after this, and I just knocked her out. And this is amazing. This is unreal.
Yeah, can you just tell me a little bit about how you feel right now?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful with my team, with my coaches. I trust him. I trust our work, and this finally came up, and I'm so happy. Totally. I think that was the key for this fight. For a way to say, I trained all the year for this fight, especially. So I think everything happens for a reason, and the opportunity came up. It was a little risky because of her level, because of her number 2 ranked, and she was undefeated. So it was really tough opponent, but everything went our way. I was trying to get it slow, just study her a little more. Sorry. She was hitting really hard, and I was getting really. I wanted to take it slow, and my corner was screaming at me, "Go on pressure! You need to take this round. You need to close the round to win this fight." And I don't know, I just listened. I remember why I was here. I wanted to. I told my grandmother that I was going to dedicate this fight to her, and I'm glad I did this way. Well, this is amazing. Yesterday I was number 10 ranked bantamweight. Now I'm one of the next in line for the title. So this is amazing. I was going to take some days off and go right away to training. I know toughest opponents are coming next, and I need to keep training. I need to keep getting better.
I could go on for a long time. You know, I think the number one thing is just getting back to basics, though, and just not really falling for all the noise, you know, all this bullshit that, you know, is thrown at you all the time. I mean, there's like 10 things you got to focus on. You just keep focusing on those, you know, and it's so easy to get, you know, it's an arbitrary number, you know, but, you know, there's these things you need to focus on, then there's everything else that seems like it could be cool. Maybe this could help, maybe this could help. And it's really just bogging you down. So I kind of got rid of all the noise, all the side, tunnel vision, back to who I am, back home. I don't know what anyone would take from it. You know, my objective, you know, my idea is I want to inspire people, man. You know, I want to give to the world my little portion that I can, and particularly, you know, to my own kids and my students in my gym and my community at home, and lift them up and show them that you know, you can accomplish anything, and you know, all that good stuff. I guess it's never exactly what you expected, right? But not too far off from what I expected, though. You know, it was actually, this time around was probably closer to what I expected. You know, I just seen it in my head so many times, and it worked out the way I seen it in my head in a lot of ways.
Большая победа у тебя над хорошим соперником топ-10. Что ты можешь сказать? Как ты себя чувствуешь после этой победы?
Чувствую себя хорошо. Немного подустал. Мои ноги, не знаю, почему устали, а так все хорошо, нормально все. Были некоторые травмы, но я все равно подготовился к этому бою и подрался. Думаю, получилось хорошо.
Yeah, I feel great after this victory, and I got a little bit tired during the fight, especially in the third round, because I got minor injuries right before the fight. But thanks God, I got the victory, and I'm now in top 10 fighter in the UFC. Что для тебя значит, что вся тяжелая работа, которую ты проделал, привела тебя к этому, ну, где ты сейчас находишься?
Я попал в UFC где-то, когда мне было 26 лет. Сейчас уже мне 32. Когда я только попал, я хотел попасть в топ-10. Это моя была мечта. Я все это время шел к этому. Я попал, да, в этом году я попал. Я сделал это в этом году.
So since I got signed with the UFC, I was 26 years old when I signed with the UFC. It was my goal to get to the top 10, and after I got the title shot, and I'm 32 now. 6 years of hard work and get me here. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very thankful for everyone that helped me to get.
This is probably the biggest moment. It's probably gonna be a real big turning point in my career. You know what I mean? I've been grinding, just fighting fight after fight. You know what I mean? Not getting a lot of exposure, but this was the card to do that. That can knock anybody out. I don't care how tough you are. Everybody, if you've never been knocked out before, just know you can, and it will happen. I'm really excited. I'm ready for it. I've been asking for it. You know, you ask and you shall receive, and I'm ready for what's next. That's what you should expect. It's either going to be over in the first round or it's going to be a 3-round war. You know, it could have been fight tonight. You know what I mean? He could have weathered through the storm, and the fight could have kept on going, but it didn't happen like that. I got to finish. All the coaches I've had, they always train me to kill. They always want me to go finish. They always yell combination, but I rarely listen like during practice. But when it's time to fight out, they instill that dog in me. So. It helps me in the fight. Yeah, just the body kicks. The body kicks, we were throwing the body kick, and I remember Coach saying before I went out, get his hand to drop and then throw it over the top, and that's exactly what happened.
С такой огромной победой над Юрой Фейбером, как ты себя сейчас чувствуешь?
Спасибо огромное, все отлично, хорошо себя чувствую.
Thank you very much. I'm feeling great now. Считаешь ли ты, что эта победа была самой важной в твоей карьере?
Да, конечно, я думаю, что завершающий год UFC 245 огромнейший ивент. И эта победа приблизила меня к поясу. Я думаю, что мы максимально близко.
Yes, of course, UFC 245 is the biggest event of the year, you know, and this win brought me closer to the title shot. Что ты считаешь в твоем стиле такого, что ты ломаешь бойцов? Додсон, Ривера, сейчас Фейбер. Казалось, что ты их ломаешь своим стилем.
Я вырос гораздо в жестче условиях жизни, чем они, поэтому я думаю, что это и делает, и показывает именно мой характер, мою духовную составляющую, что я готов биться до конца.
Yeah, I think I grew up in a much tougher environment than them, and it shows with my mental strength, with my spirit strength, and that's how I was able to beat them. Считаешь ли ты заслужил бой за титул?
Да, конечно, мы за 1,5 года провели 6 боев, 6 побед. Я думаю, что я один из тех, кто заслуживает бой за пояс.
Yes, of course, I got 6 wins inside a 1.5 years, and I'm the one who deserves to fight for the title. Почему ты считаешь, что ты тот человек, который заберет пояс у Сихуда?
Я думаю, что он еще не сталкивался с такими ребятами, как я. Он проигрывал несколько раз в своей карьере, и я знаю, как можно с ним драться. Вот. Я не опасаюсь его борьбы, мы подготовимся, и я покажу, на что способен в 5-раундовом бою.
I think he never fought a guy like me. You know, he lost a couple times before, and I know how to fight him. I will prepare well for him. You know, I will prepare well for his wrestling, and I will surprise.
Я люблю драться 5 раундов, скажи.
And I like to fight 5 rounds. I'm waiting for the opportunity to fight in UFC for the 5 rounds.
I lost the second round, and I was able to get back in the third. You know, I learned. It was good for me. Feel good, man. Happy, and mission accomplished. If you fight Aldo, you really have to impress, and I felt close, you know, so I was nervous if they were gonna give to him or to me. It's just like another man, another body. Now, when I was in there, it was just a picture, but before I was nervous, you know. I was telling my friend Edson, I was nervous, you know, and all the pre-fight stuff. But when we are in there, it's just another man. That's it. Why not? You know, I'm here. I'm here to stay. Doesn't matter who I'm gonna fight, and it's gonna be a tough fight.
Backstage with Amanda Nunes, and she has yet again defended her title. Amanda, you know, you went around and just talked to all of your coaches, and it seemed like you were already talking about things that you should have done differently. I mean, what is going through your mind right now? Obviously successful, but you went 5 rounds, which we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, that was the game plan, you know. We all knew this fight, I'm going to go for the takedowns, just a matter of time to get my time, everything. But I almost got two submissions, but I did a couple mistakes, and I have to fix that because was like just a little bit of the technique was a little bit off, and then I'll be able to finish it, but next time I will finish it.
Well, that's why you're a perfectionist, obviously, already working on this. In terms of the stand-up, Amanda, how did you feel with her in there?
Honestly, I was a little bit off tonight, but, you know, I'm the champion. You know, I always have plan E, A, B, C, you know. when some things go wrong in the first plan, we always have a second plan. That was tonight. I know was very well in in the strike. I know getting my timing very well, and I decided to take this fight down. And then was my game plan the whole time. But I also, in the beginning, I saw a couple holes, but I not be able to capitalize very well, and I decided to go to the takedowns. Was pretty much everything that I worked on my whole camp, and tonight I was very happy to be able to put in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in terms of the submissions, you had a couple of attempts. She had an attempt on you, which surprised a lot of people. I mean, what was going through your mind at that point? Because that's not a position, Amanda, we ever really see you in.
Yeah, definitely. We train everything in the gym, you know, especially when we in bad position, and we have to like put the blood out there to get out and then no give up. That was the big things tonight, no give up in any position. When she surprised me with that, I was ready to think about get out, and I did it.
You know, when I was talking to Mike Brown backstage, and I asked him, I was like, is Jermaine Durandamy one of the toughest opponents Amanda has faced? And, you know, she might have not had the name recognition of some of your last couple of opponents, but where do you feel like she stacks in there against like the Cyborgs and the Holly Holmes of the world?
Honestly, her timing tonight was very good with her strike, but that is the thing. She's so heavy, everything she tried to do. And I knew the takedown was there because she's really putting everything on and giving me much space to take her down. And I watched her last fight, and we trained for that. You know, when she tried to land that big punches, is the timing that I get it for the takedowns. She grew a lot. Actually, tonight she surprised me a lot of things. Her timing was very good. She was more focusing. She not was like concerned about anything. I think that was a huge mistake coming from her and giving me much room to do everything that I want.
Yeah, and ultimately you were able to get it done. Amanda, I know it's hard for you. You own 2 belts in 2 divisions. I mean, everybody always asks you as soon as you're done here, and it's part of my job, but it's hard. What's next? What challenge do you foresee could be one where you're like, okay, yes, that's the right one for me?
Honestly, this weight this time it was pretty hard in my body, you know. I don't know why I always like do everything right with my diet. I don't know if I'm getting old. The ways hold more, but I really have a hard time this time. And I fell inside the cage, you know. I felt very slow. Mine was because the weight cut was pretty tough for me. But I want to go up, you know. Next, I want to defend my title 145. Take a little break, you know, giving my body a rest. I feel like I deserve. And we will see, you know, like see what Don White say he's going to call me in the next couple hours. He's not letting me rest, this guy, you know. I told him, like, Jesus Christ, let me rest. You know, I want to go to Brazil, see my family, hang out a little bit out there, you know, clean my mind, rest my body, and come back training. I also want to give a huge shout out to my training partner, you know. I hear her, Amanda, 1 minute. Kelsey, she's right
in the front row.
Yeah, in the front row.
The second row, yep, I saw you guys.
When was in the last minute she told me, that was giving me like a strength. My coach, Mike Brown, my wrestling coach, this guy he's really badass, you know, Conor Silveira, my condition coach, Everton, Nina, everybody know Nina. I didn't even need to talk about this girl. Well, I love her, you know. So, you know, everybody, I feel like if I miss somebody, like, please, guys, I love you all. Everybody go to the gym to help me. They really want to see me grow, you know. They always, like, try to help me put everything they want. Kelsey working, like, a lot. She still call me, text me, Amanda, tell me what I need to do to help you. Like, I want to, like, say thank you. And if I know it's because them, I know it would be him today, you know. I like my coach, my training partner is amazing. I love you guys. Thank you.
Amanda, you are the greatest of all time, and you are still one of the sweetest, most humble athletes that we have the pleasure of working with. I hope you celebrate and have the best holiday and New Year because you deserve it. I know you and Nina are going to do something fun. And I feel like maybe she deserves like a great, I don't know, present or something for being by your side through all this. Okay, I was going to say like shoes, but a new car, sure, okay.
Our baby's coming, you know. She needed like a new car, maybe I'm gonna.
I'm not going to press
it.
about this on camera,
gonna
but
think
we'll
about
ask off camera. Okay. All right. That's because I love you guys.
Thank you.
Man, again, like it goes so much deeper than. Did you hear what people are saying? I'm just a wrestler, like, or you know what I mean? I'm too slow, or whatnot. They don't understand the game, and I try to tell them. I go, there's levels to this. I know Max is right up there, but so am I. People just they look at certain things and they just don't know how to read the game as well. But like I'm trying to tell them that I'm that new age type fighter, and mate, we're doing big things on our side of the world, man. Look, we're just killing it, man. It's starting to sink in now as I'm talking to you, what I've done. So so bear with me, mate. It's just unbelievable. It really is. It means the world to me. Mission completed. I said it, you know what I mean? A lot of times we always, there's everyone saying they're going to do it. They go out there. There's so many people that said they're going to take out Max, but going out and doing it is another thing. And I just did that. Early Christmas present back to the family, man. That means the world to me. I spend too much time away from my family, but it's my job. I have to do it. And I can say it's all worth it. I can take this back and go, this is why I done it. The pressure don't get to me, and that's why this is like sort of like I need to soak it up and realise what I've done. You know what I mean? Because at the same time I have to go in there focused, and to do that I keep myself, like I said, I keep myself level. But usually I let it just soak up. But this time I was just, mate, I was composed. I seen everything in there. Like obviously he was still good with his jab, still good with his range, but I did it, man. I did it. I had to, I really had to listen to the corners, and the corners had to let me know that, all right, yeah, you're taking this, like you're doing good. So otherwise, it was close. I was sitting there thinking, do I need to start getting more desperate? They kept me in line and stuck to the plan, let me know when I was getting too caught up in their range. Mate, if I didn't have a corner like them telling me, like, things could have went different. So again, I've got a great fight IQ, but having my back made the world for me, and that's what got me through tonight. Mate, a great champion, like I said, Max Holloway, Aldo. Maybe not Conor. Conor's probably not the best example of a nice, humble, respectful champion. He didn't really defend it and all that. No disrespect to him, but I'm talking about guys like Max and Aldo. They defended against the next in line, the toughest guys. Look, of course, we're going to look for the money fights if they're there, but at the same time, I want to give the guys that earn their shot. Whoever thinks they're the next in line, bring it on. I'll take them out. I believe I'm the best fighter in the world in the featherweight division right now. I just proved it. So see if someone else can prove me wrong.
We're backstage at UFC 245, and Kamaru Usman has just successfully defended his title. Kamaru, first of all, your first title defense, there was a lot of animosity, a lot of emotions on the line when this one got started. On your walk to the octagon, though, what was the main focus?
Same as always. When I take that walk, I try to find my groove. And when I find my groove, like a lot of guys don't understand, some of the songs that I come out to, but it's songs that put me in a different, zen-like state. When I find that groove, that's why I'm jiggy all the way down to the cage. And by the time I cross into that cage, I turn into the Nigerian Nightmare.
The first round went by and there was no wrestling. And then the second round, and then the third, and then fourth, and the fifth. You guys did not shoot for takedowns at all. When everybody looking at this fight was like, okay, well, this might come down to the wrestling. Who's the better wrestler? Who's the better grappler? Was that part of the game plan, or is that just what happened once you got in there?
It's just what happened. I was going to take it, round by round. The thing is, I knew that he couldn't wrestle with me. I knew they were saying, oh, he has pressure and this and that. He couldn't wrestle with me. We have some of the best coaches, in the world. My wrestling coaches, Cami Barzini and Greg Jones. I knew he could not wrestle with me. Tyron Woodley placed higher than him in Division I wrestling. It didn't make any difference. When these guys try to wrestle with me, they find out really how bad it is. And so, I told everybody I was going to knock him out. I was going to try to keep the fight standing. And that's exactly what I did. He chose not to shoot. I wasn't going to shoot. I wanted to knock him out. And that's exactly what I did.
It certainly is. This was a real striker's delight, Kamaru. In terms of the battle on the feet, it seemed like you were really hurting him to the body quite often. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, I knew I hit hard to the body. I like hitting the body because it's soft. And when I really put my legs and my body into it, I can hurt guys really bad to the body. But, I was just taking it round by round. I wasn't worried about, whether I hit him here or hurt him here. I just wanted to keep hitting him until he stopped moving.
Was there any animosity once you got in there? Did you feel like, were you talking to each other at all, or did you feel like this was just a pure competition?
Oh, no, we were. This was bona fide mano a mano, You ran your mouth, you said everything that you needed to say. You talked about me, you talked about countries, you talked about my family, you talked about my former manager. this was a respect thing, and he lost those elements of respect on which martial arts are built on. And so, like I said, it was my responsibility to go in there and teach him a lesson.
Did you at any point in this fight feel threatened or feel like you might have been in danger?
No, not at all. He touched me a few times. I'll give him that. Like, I always give him his props. He's very talented. You know, he's not a bad fighter. He's a good fighter, but I'm just better. I'm just much, much better.
Once that fifth round stoppage happened, the game plan going into it, though, did you feel like you had to get a finish? Did you feel like you had to win that fifth round?
I always feel like I need to win every round, which is why I've dominated every round of every fight. I always feel like that. I work like that tirelessly in the gym. And so, yeah, I wasn't worried about the scorecard. I knew that I needed to turn it up because, you know, that fourth round was coming, and I'm sitting here like, what's going on? Like, you know, everyone's talking about this kid's gas tank, and I'm not even breathing hard. And he's barely getting off the stool. So I'm like, you know what, let's push this pace up a little bit more.
He says you broke his jaw. I believe it was after the second going into the third. Did you think something might have happened there?
No, I didn't care. I didn't care. I was going to keep on hitting him until I stopped him, and that was the goal, and that's what we got.
You stopped him. This one's now in the rear view. Is it nice to have this behind you now?
Absolutely. Like I said, this one's not just for me. This one is for the people of Brazil. This one is for my family. This one's for my former management team. This one's for the world, the whole world. And we got a victory. Love wins tonight, not hate.
And now that you have your belt again, you've defended it successfully. They always say it's harder to defend the belt than to get the belt. You've proven that you are a worthy champion. Where do you go from here? What's the road look like for you?
I need to take a vacation. You know, it's been a long time. You know, my family's kind of been through a lot, you know, in the last 6 months. So, you know, I need to take a vacation. I need to relax a little bit, and I need to go love on my daughter. You know, this camp was long, and I didn't get to spend appropriate time with her as I would have liked. So I need to go love on my daughter. Baby, Daddy's coming home.
And I'm guessing she's going to have a nice Christmas.
Oh, yeah. She's already picked out a few things she wants.
Excellent. Congratulations. You deserve all the celebration. Have fun.